So I want to talk a little bit about what a ketogenic diet is and some of the tools that I've used. So here's what we're talking about. When getting started with a ketogenic diet, we're talking about eating a high fat, moderate protein, low carbohydrate diet. So what that means in a numerical standpoint is that when you look at your overall calorie intake, generally speaking, for a good ketogenic diet, you're looking at having your calories, 70 to 80% of your calories to come from fat. 10 to 15% of your calories will come from protein, and 5 to 10% of your calories will come from carbohydrates. So that's a huge difference. Most people have a huge amount of carbohydrates, some protein, and very little fat. And folks, that's why we're fat. As a society, that's why we're fat, because we take in way too much sugar and we're not putting in enough healthy fats. Believe it or not, that's what I've done. That's what works. All right. So when you start on a ketogenic diet, you're going to want to do a couple of things. One, you're going to want to get your baseline set. And what I mean by that is a baseline just means the number where your starting point is. You need to know where your starting point is. So I encourage you to go out and get some different tools. And I'm going to go over some of these tools here with you, and understand you're going to spend less than $150 if you don't have any of these at all. Okay, so $150 investment to be able to start to monitor your health. Here's what we're going to start off with. You're going to get yourself a tape measure. This is a tape measure for measuring around your waist, measuring around your chest, measuring your arms. This will be more important to you than a scale. I'll show you why in a few minutes. Want to get yourself a notepad, a pen. You've got to have a ridiculous pen. All right. Keep track of your numbers. Keep track of what your progress is. Write it down every day. Now we're going to start getting into some of the fancier stuff. You're going to want to get yourself, if you're diabetic, you probably already have one, but if you're not, go out and get yourself a blood glucose meter. You want to get yourself a blood pressure meter. Get yourself a food scale, a good little digital food scale, a regular bathroom scale if you don't have one. Additional thing here. Get yourself some ketone strips, ketone test strips. These are very important as you're getting into a state of ketosis, and these work in harmony with testing your blood sugar. So again, all of this, if you don't own any of what I've just shown you, you're looking at less than $150 investment to do that. So what you want to do is this. As you're getting started, you want to weigh yourself, take all of your measurements, test your blood sugar, test your ketone levels, and document all of that. Test your blood pressure, document all of those things. So here's just a very general broad example of what you need for proper macros on a ketogenic diet. You want like I said before, you want your fat to be between 70 and 80% of your total calories. You want your protein to be between 10 and 15% of your total calories, and you want your carbohydrates to be between 5 and 10% of your total calories. So track those, and you're going to want to track your macros more so than your calories. The calories are important. You probably want to have a little bit of a calorie reduction. For men, you probably want to be somewhere between 17 and 1800 calories a day. For women, a little bit less. The combination of a slight caloric reduction or caloric deficit, as well as dramatically cutting the carbohydrates and increasing the fat, the weight will just fall off. It's just amazing how that happens. So the tool that I use the most is an app called MyFitnessPal. It is so simple to use, and it gives you the ability to track your macros and log all of your food. When I said you needed a food scale, you need that because you need to know what you're putting in. Every food that's out there has a label on it, and it tells you what the content is, what the carbs and the protein and the fat are. And you want to measure your food and log what you're putting in. That's the only way that you can accurately know if you're putting the right stuff in your body. For so long, we've just gone and eaten whatever and done whatever, and it's gotten us to where we are. So if we want to be somewhere different, we have to do something different. Sure, it may not be convenient to measure our food, but folks, I can tell you, it goes away. After a while, after you've done it for a month or two, it's just, you know what a tablespoon of butter looks like. You know what an ounce of cheese looks like. You know how much is in a strip of bacon, and so the initial part is you've got to learn what those things are, and then it just becomes second nature. And every so often you just go back and you check. So that's how you get started. You start by getting yourself a baseline. Then you start tracking everything. And as you reduce the amount of carbs that you take in and increase the fat, the weight's going to start to come off. Along with doing that, I can't stress enough how important it is to drink water. Quit drinking all the pop, quit drinking all the artificial sweetened stuff. If it's not water, coffee, or tea, I would give it up for the first 30 days and see how your body responds. You'll probably not want to add those other things back in, but in your first 30 days, you need to just get back down to water, coffee, or tea, and drink a lot of water. That water is going to help flush out all the toxins in your body. It's going to help to metabolize the fat in your body, and it's going to help to flush those things out of your body. And it is amazing what a ketogenic diet and quite a bit of water in your diet will do. You guys will be amazed at how you lose weight. I talk to people every day right now that are telling me that they've been following this. They saw my first video and they started following this, and they're dropping 1 pound to 2 pounds a day, especially in the beginning. It tapers off a little bit as you get along, but to be able to lose that kind of weight consistently across many different types of people, men, women, all different races, it's amazing. And I just want to share this information with you so that you can become healthy, because the government's not going to tell us this. I'm not going to go off on a rant on it, but believe me when I tell you the government's not going to tell us this. There's too many people making too much money off of us being on drugs that they're not going to tell us how to be healthy. So I hope this information helps you. Feel free to leave comments below. Feel free to please like and share this video, and I will do my best to continue to provide answers and resources for you to help you become healthy. Thank you.